Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Mitchell Deering, and today I'm going to talk about how to influence people and make friends. Okay, so we'll talk about how to influence people and make friends. The first thing is about how do you influence people to get the people to do things that you want them to do. The only way that you can get someone to do the things that you want them to do is by making them or giving them or making them feel like they want to do what you want them to do. All right. So one way to look at it as you have to look at the person's you got to think about how does that person view everything. So get into that person's mindset or that person's view. All right. So look at what that person wants. So because people don't necessarily care about what you want. They care about what they want. No one cares about that kind of stuff. Think about it. In your conversations with anyone that was just talking all the time and never asking you questions, you kind of zoned out thinking about other things, so guys, it's the same thing, with you. So if you want somebody to do something, you gotta talk in terms or speak in terms of that person's interests. All right. When you understand that the other person's viewpoint, you then kind of get an understanding of how can I persuade this person to do what I want them to do. So let me give you an example of that. An example would be if I want somebody to, let's say, run 400 meters at practice. Okay, I have to look at what would that person get from running a 400 meters, okay? Because most track runners in track and field, most sprinters, they hate the 400 meters. But you have to look at the 400 meters in the viewpoint of the runner. So what I would do, I would tell that runner, I want to tell them that, hey, I want you to run 400, 400 meters, and then you go, and do this. They'll look at me like I'm crazy. Okay, so what I would do, I would tell that person, if you run this 400 meters, it's gonna help you become a better runner in the 200 meters. Because most track people, they love most sprinters, they love the 200 because it's short. At the same time, it's kind of long, but at the same time, it's not too long. All right. So that's I would talk in terms of how it's gonna benefit that person. You can do that with anything in life. Okay. So the only way to really truly get somebody to do what they want them to do, you have to speak in terms of what that person really wants. All right. So, and how we make friends? This is very easy, but a lot of people don't do it. I'm actually pretty good at it, I think. But there's 6 different things that you should do. Write this down now, okay? The first thing is you have to become genuinely interested in the other person. Okay, so when you're speaking with someone, you need to honestly and genuinely just be interested in what that person's talking about. Okay, because if you're not interested in that person talking about, or you're not asking those questions about, the other person, guys, they're gonna know that you're not honestly, genuinely about this, interested, in what they're talking about. All right, there's something, in with our brains that it's sending messages to the other person. It tells people when we're phony. It tells people that when we're excited. It tells people when whatever we're thinking. Okay, it's kind of hard to fake anything in life because everybody can kind of feel the fakeness. All right, so don't ever be fake. All right. So another thing, number 2, smile. Okay, when you smile, it just it's infectious. The person that you're speaking with, they kind of get an understanding that you agree with them, that you're happy to even be around them, you know. So smile whenever possible. Anytime you're talking to somebody, just smile, you know, like, yeah, oh really? So, you know, you always just make sure to keep the conversation engaging. All right. Number 3, always, you know, remember that the person's name is very important. It's important because to that person, it is the most sweetest and beautifulest, if that's a word, beautifulest word in the English language or French language, whatever. So remember that person's names, because when you use that person's name, you know, one, it's gonna get their attention, and it's gonna know that you care enough, or and that you're interested enough to even to remember their name. All right, and they're gonna listen to what you're saying just because you said their name when you were talking to them. All right. Number 4, be a good listener. All right, and encourage people to talk about themselves. So when you encourage people to talk about themselves, it gets them talking, because everybody loves to talk about themselves. That's just what it is, you know. So next time you're in a conversation, just, you know, saying, ask questions about that person. You know, like what made you, you know, get into this job or this profession? You know, how do you like that? You know, when they, you know, give them feedback and get them asking, you know, ask them questions about what they're talking about, because that's going to tell them that you're actually listening, and that you really care about what they're talking about. And people love to talk about themselves, no matter what. Everybody, that's just part of it. That's how it is. All right. Number 5, talk in terms of the other person's interests. Okay, I already talked about this a little bit. Okay, just make sure that when you talk, you speak about, you know, you give that person examples of you know, and relating to what they are interested in. All right, because if they're not interested in it, they won't listen to you. That is plain and simple. Okay, so just remember, guys, how to influence people is very easy once you know how to do it, and it will become natural. You know, so number 1, be genuinely interested in that person. Okay. Number 2, smile whenever possible. Anytime you talk to somebody, smile. No one wants to be around anybody who's frowning up, who's mad and angry all the time. Okay. Number 3, remember the person's name, because that person's name is the best sound in the world to everybody. Okay, your own name. All right, my name is Mitchell, and I love when people say, "Hey Mitchell, how are you doing today?" I love it. I love the way Mitchell rolls off of somebody's tongue. Okay. Number 4, be a good listener. Ask those questions. Okay, ask questions to get that person to talk to you. Okay, ask them questions to get them talking about themselves, because everybody loves to talk about themselves. All right. And trust me, they will talk your ear off, and they will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And that's what you want. You want that person feeling like they can talk to you. When a person can feel like they can talk to you, then they like you. Okay, and they're gonna enjoy you, and you're gonna be bestest friends forever. Okay, because that person feel like they can tell you anything. All right, so that's one of the biggest and most important things. All right. Number 5, talk in terms of the other person's interests. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. Just talking in terms of what they're doing. All right. Number 6 is make the other person feel important. All right. So making the other person feel important, guys, you know, by you doing all 5 of these steps, you're gonna make that person feel important. Okay, because 1, you're genuinely interested in what they're talking about. You're smiling, so that's telling them that you're happy. Number 3, you know, you're saying the person's name, so that's saying that you actually know that person, and you actually listening, and you actually know their name. And you know, you're actually listening, so everything kind of goes hand in hand. And by doing those things, you're gonna make everybody, it will make that person feel like they're important. All right. So if you follow these steps, guys, you won't have any problem with influencing people and getting people to like you. Okay. So thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. I went a little bit longer than I normally do, but thank you guys for watching my video, and I will see you tomorrow with a different post. Okay, I love you, and I hopefully you will go out and meet new friends and get people liking you. Okay, the more people that like you, the more successful you will be and the more influence you will have. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.